Good morning everyone. It is 5:30 in the morning. I'm being quiet because I don't want to wake up anybody else, and I'm heading out just a little way up the coast to a location with a couple of coves. I'm going to probably try and shoot between the two of them and see if we can get some images in the blue hour and maybe around sunrise. I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you do and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Good morning everyone. I am standing between two coves. Behind me is Cala del Morro Blanc, and over this way in the direction of sunrise is Cala de Enmig, although that's around the corner. It's still almost 40 minutes before sunrise. Clear skies, quite a nice band of colour out there. And what I've done is I've set up a shot looking from the rocks here in front of me, so that the rocks come out across into the right hand side of the frame at the bottom, and then the scene curves around and we've got this headland with some buildings on, with some lights on out in the background. Put it as a portrait orientation, and this will almost certainly be cropped either 5x7 or 8x10 to remove some of the sky and possibly a little bit of the foreground. I'm actually doing two shots at 30 seconds. The first one focused out on the headland, which is easy because there's lights on. I can focus on that really easily. The foreground is trickier because it's quite dark. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm actually going to pop a torch onto there so that I can actually see what I'm focusing on before I take the shot. So I'm going to do that now. And now I can take that shot, and hopefully I've got the foreground in focus as well, in case I need to focus stack. To be honest, I'm not sure if what I've got in mind is going to work. I've gone into about 35 mil, I think. Yeah, 35 millimeters. I've taken out all of the foreground rocks. So I'm looking down on the scene, hopefully with some waves coming in on the bottom right hand side. Then we've got like a rocky area down here which curves around to the little headland with the buildings on. Now the sun should be coming up in probably about another 3 minutes to an official sunrise behind that headland. And hopefully a few minutes after that it might just peek out over the top of the headland. And that will hopefully then mean we get, you know, an actual sunrise in there. I don't know, it's worth a go. I've put a 3-stop hard-edged ND grad in now just to hold that sky back. Now that is putting a lot of shadow, a lot of darkness into the headland, but that's okay, I can recover that detail in post, no problem. I also really don't want my exposure time to be too long, because I'd like some texture in the waves that are coming in. They're not breaking very big, but there's the occasional quite nice one, so I'd quite like to get that at maybe half a second to a second at the most. So I'm looking for the waves that are breaking a little bit further out so that they come in more on the corner of the frame. Doesn't happen very often, but I'm trying to catch them when I do. It's 5 minutes after sunrise. There was one that broke further out. I got a sneaking suspicion the sun is actually rising a bit further left than I was hoping. I was hoping it was going to come out, going to peek out right at the end of the headland, but I think it's a little bit too far in. It might still look okay, but it's not going to be as good. Yeah, I don't think this one's going to work. We are, about 10 minutes after official sunrise now, but the light is actually starting to get harsh already, and the sun hasn't come around the headland yet. I took a few shots earlier on with a bit of nice glow and a couple of waves, so one of them might work, but the idea I had to have actually the sun coming out in the frame isn't going to work. Oh well, worth a try. Starting to get some people turning up now, even though it's only 7:10, so it's probably going to be time to start thinking about packing up and heading off, I think. Okay, yeah, the sun is getting really strong and harsh now, coming from behind there, and I just can't shoot towards it anymore. I might have been tempted to go and shoot something the other way, but there's some people turned up on some rocks over that way, and I just want to try and avoid people as much as I can at the moment. So, I'm going to pack up and head for home, see what I've got, get some coffee, get some breakfast, and I'm going to close off this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please consider giving it a like, sharing it on social media. Don't forget to leave me a comment, and if you're new here and you've enjoyed this video, don't forget about hitting subscribe before you leave. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until the next video, bye.